No, I'm better off alone. I can't be bothered by this. Bye. Again, oh my god, I'm gonna block you. Sometimes, we don't mean to actually avoid these things. We convince ourselves that there's always gonna be another time, another chance, another tomorrow, until one day, there isn't.
Over the past few years, one phrase has quietly become part of our generation's everyday vocabulary: protecting my peace. It's a phrase we hear on social media, among friends, inside classrooms, and sometimes from ourselves.
There's a reason why it became common nowadays.
Because for a long time, conversations about mental health were often ignored.
Fortunately today, more people can freely talk about their mental health. We're learning that it's okay to set boundaries, that saying no doesn't always make you a selfish person. Ultimately, all of those things are meant to give us something. Either a sense of peace, a sense of safety, or a sense of comfort. Comfort is a word we usually associate with something good. It makes us feel safe. It gives us space to rest, to recover, to heal. But when staying comfortable becomes more important than facing the challenges that helps us grow, comfort can slowly become a comfort trap. Protecting our peace isn't generally wrong, but it just makes us wonder, at what point does protecting ourselves become protecting our comfort instead? When does healthy self-care quietly becomes avoidance? And where do we draw the line between protecting our peace and avoiding growth and responsibility? Before we could answer our own questions, we wanted to hear theirs first. So we asked FEU Makati students one simple question. What does protecting your peace mean to you?
Protecting my peace is about setting boundaries.
Protecting my peace is minding my own business.
Intentionally taking care of myself, especially my emotional and mental well-being.
Protecting my peace means I try not to complicate the situation any further.
Sometimes there are situations where I have to assert myself because I wasn't born to please others.
I try to ensure that if I had done anything, it would be contained with me first before it affects other people.
I also have to take into consideration my personal interests and how I would prefer to handle things in my own way.
I make my own hobbies, they make their own hobbies, and hindi na ako, alam mo yun, I mind my own business and hindi ko na pinapakailaman kung ano yung ginagawa nila, kung ano man yung issue ng iba, sinasabi ng iba, basta may sarili akong path that I'm good with it.
Listening to these responses, one thing becomes clear. For many young people, protecting their peace isn't about avoiding life. It's about protecting their mental well-being.
It's about recognizing limits, setting healthier boundaries, choosing rest when needed, and learning to prioritize themselves.
These are not signs of weakness. In fact, they're practices that mental health professionals continue to encourage.
Another question has emerged as we listened. Do you think protecting your peace can sometimes become an excuse to avoid your responsibilities?
It is an excuse to avoid accountability or difficult situation.
Unfortunately, people do use this as an excuse to escape accountability.
They prioritize their peace rather than what happened. If the outcome is somewhat questionable, they may evade to account themselves in their actions.
Ginagawa nilang excuse yung emotional well-being nila to escape accountability.
They are comfortable in their own comfort zone that they sometimes neglect the presence of other people.
Some people would use this phrase as an excuse to put themselves out of a difficult situation. Even I myself am guilty.
Yes, sometimes people use protecting my peace just to avoid difficult situation instead of addressing them in a healthy, responsible way.
Especially nowadays, not only the students but even ordinary people, they make use of this, or they just simply abusing the word of having a mental illness by simply for self-interest.
Stood out was not that these responses contradicted each other. In fact, many of them agreed on something. Protecting our peace is important.
But several respondents also admitted that the very same phrase can sometimes become a reason to postpone difficult conversations, avoid accountability, or walk away from challenges altogether. And perhaps that's where the conversation begins.
Listening to these different perspectives, it's easy to understand why protecting our peace has become so important. If protecting our peace is rooted in caring for ourselves, then why does it sometimes becomes the reason for avoiding discomfort? The answer isn't as simple as saying that people have become lazy or irresponsible. In reality, avoiding discomfort is something deeply human.
Psychologists describe this through the idea of self-preservation. It is our natural tendency to protect ourselves from situations that we perceive as threatening.
In many cases, this response is healthy. Setting boundaries with toxic relationships, taking breaks from overwhelming responsibilities, and protecting our mental health are all important forms of self-care. These actions help preserve our emotional well-being and prevent unnecessary harm. The problem, however, is not self-preservation itself. The problem begins when avoiding discomfort becomes our default response to every difficult situation.
I also remember that Sort said that human beings are condemned to be free. So that means that every person has the freedom to choose. So choosing comfort is the choice. And like every other choice that we have, it will shape who we will eventually become.
This doesn't mean we should reject peace in favor of constant struggle. Rather, Sartre reminds us that every decision has consequences. Choosing temporary comfort may relieve us today, but it may also mean giving up opportunities to learn, to improve, or to confront challenges that could shape our future.
Yes, I agree with that. Kierkegaard also has a similar perspective. He believed that the feelings of anxiety and uncertainty are not always sign that something is gonna go wrong. He said that this often appears when we stand on something important or we have to make a big and grand decision that can potentially change us. So in simpler terms, discomfort is not always something to escape. Most oftentimes, it's just simply the feeling of guilt beginning. I think all of these perspectives that we had leads to one realization, and that is protecting our peace is not the problem. The challenge lies in how we choose to understand and apply it. If protecting our peace isn't the problem, then perhaps what needs to change isn't the phrase, but how we understand it.
Protecting your peace means recognizing what genuinely harms your well being. It does not mean avoiding every situation that feels uncomfortable, challenging, or unfamiliar.
Healthy self care creates space for recovery. Emotional avoidance creates distance from responsibility. Knowing the difference is what truly protects our peace.
Sometimes, growth looks like having the difficult conversation. Sometimes it means admitting a mistake. Sometimes it means accepting an opportunity that scares us.
Discomfort is not always a warning sign. Sometimes it is simply evidence that we're learning, adapting, and becoming more resilient.
Self-care and personal growth are not opposing choices. They work best together. Sometimes protecting ourselves means walking away. Other times it means having the courage to stay.
The challenge is learning to recognize the difference, because not every uncomfortable situation is meant to harm us. We will continue to face uncertainty, setbacks, and choices that demands courage. We may not always be ready, but every challenge we choose to face teaches us something comfort never could.
So the next time you find yourself saying, I'm protecting my peace, pause for a moment. Ask yourself, will this decision simply make me feel better today? Or will it help me become the person I want to become tomorrow? Because growth has never promised comfort, it promises change. There will be moments that will test your patience, your courage, and your sense of responsibility. But always keep in mind, not every discomfort is sent to break you. Some are meant to build you. So, protect your peace, but never let it become the reason you stop becoming the person you're capable of being.